Morning, kids. So yeah, we're just doing general farm jobs today. Loads of mucking out to do and stuff. I've just been reading Twitter, and I was just looking at prices of things. Obviously, it's really interesting to all of us because everything's been so steep. Red diesel has come down to 78p, that's amazing. That's amazing. The last lot we got was at £1, so it's definitely dropped a lot since then. Nitrogen was £400 a tonne. That was from North West Farmers. But yeah, it's just good. It's good to know things are coming down, isn't it? It's just the buzz that we really needed, despite there being absolutely no food on the shelves in supermarkets. Yeah, we definitely needed a boost, didn't we? Excuse me, you can't park there, sir. Ahem. So Sheepy Sheep, she's doing great today. She's having a little drink there, just filled up with water. These two are fighting over feed. Fairly normal sheep stuff, to be fair. Yet another balloon littered in the countryside. Thank you to whoever let that off. So we are at Cragenthorpe and we just want to muck out. This is called the lean-to. And we want these guys out of the back of there so that Roy can go in and muck out. And we've brought Johnny's muck trailer, and we'll take it home to put in our midden. They're literally not going out. You were never a winner, you were born to lose. So me and Roy are just going to nip back to Cragenthorpe again after we've had some dinner and get the tyres for his car. Because it's a little bit out of action at the minute, sat on some wood. This car's never had so much use. So the tyres are back. Possibly worth more than the car itself. That's fine. It's all that sits between you and the road. Didn't know the alarm worked for one, so that's a bonus. God, look at them. They know, they're like, hey, bring me the hay. So we call this area of the yard the implement corner. We don't, I just totally made that up, but it seems to be implement corner. It's a gateway to a field that we're not going to be using for a long time, so we've just stashed everything here. How everything gets in the way, doesn't it? So I want the power forks off and spike on and a bale in the field for the sheep. I hope you like really boring farm jobs, because that is what today is. Anyone would think we didn't feed them. When in actual fact, I'm kind of making them fat, which is really not good right now. It's like a problem I'm creating myself. It's really windy, but in terms of who's having what, I'll show you from up here. It's quite interesting. So I might end up voicing this over, but that one there is empty. She has no lambs, as is that mule there. We knew that already because she aborted her lambs early last year, but I gave her a second chance. Always a silly thing to do, but such is me. This is also empty here. Cloud, you little goddess. Oh, aboard of all with your little moustache with your... Oh, she loves the molasses, does Cloud. She's quite addicted, to be fair. Roy's being mobbed. Look, this is really funny. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Actually, like, in between his legs. You having fun there? Oh, hello. Like Anna with the iPad. Absolutely addicted. They're loving it. So we're going to put another bale in today here, and then when the bales have gone, that's it. they're coming in, and we are making provision inside. We're moving stock about just so that we can, you know, accommodate them inside. There's a fair few of them. We're not going to split them up into different sheds like we thought we were. We're just going to empty the big shed and they can go in there. What are you doing? What are you doing? That's one way to get your own way, isn't it? I remember when we first got sheep and Roy was like, oh, I want a really uniform flock. All white, everything white, no colour. I love a bit of colour, me. A bit of variation, that's what I'm about. So it's probably a good time to just say what breeds we have for anybody new watching the channel. So, let's have a look-see. We have some clins. Slightly bigger, longer noses, a lot more delicate features, really good mums, bags of milk. They're prone to a prolapse though, and in a pen, I suppose they are, not that it's an issue, but I suppose they are slightly wilder. If they want to run and jump past you at shoulder height, they literally will do. But apart from that, they're grand. You stick your hand into lamb them, it's like a cathedral inside. I've really enjoyed having them. At the end of the day, the lambs are not worth nearly as much as the Texel Cross lambs, but they do finish faster and they are slightly more uniform. They probably finish off less as well. We have, let me turn around and have a look at you. Yeah. Texel Cross, Si, very fat, slightly shorter in the face. We ended up stocking up on a load of those. They've been technically quite good mums. Yeah, they've been all right. They haven't been an issue, to be fair. Not seen many prolapses in them compared to the clins, apart from the one that died the other day. So there's always a first time for everything. They're generally quite good mums. Maybe the smaller ones, there is a variation in them. Bear in mind though, they are not as uniform as the clins were, but the clins were bought as a pedigree, 31 pedigree, like perfect. Everything about them was uniform, perfect, wonderful. It was a really good starter flock. The Texel Crosses were a lot more, there's a lot more variation in them. Perfect clins. They are gorgeous. So anything with a purple tag is a first year clin that we got off a lad called Matt Jenkinson. Really stunning animals, they were really, really nice. Anything with a white tag in, like this one here, I bred myself. This is the first time I've been able to lamb my own sheep, which is amazing. That's a massive milestone for me as a person. We went back to the same place that we got the Texel Crosses from and got some this year that have got light blue tags in. They are a lot different. A lot smaller. I think they've obviously changed up the tubs and things. The lady that we got them from, they are nothing like the original lot, like this that we got. Nothing wrong with them, but they are very small. Like this here, look. They're maybe not just quite as texely as I would have wanted them. There's a bit more of a variation in there. Then we have 12 mules. That bad girl there. She runs away. We got ourselves 12 mules because Roy's a fan of a North of England mule. One over there. The good mums. They have massive big ranging lambs, slightly daintier in the head. The fleece isn't quite as tight. So the black ones that you can see with little white spots on, they are my first year lambs, and they were a Dutch spotting put onto the 3/4 bred Texels. So that is what they popped out like. There's a fair few of them wandering around. Hold on, I'll turn you around and you can have a look at her. They've made pretty decent lambs, to be fair. They do go lame, not all the time, but like anything treacle addicted much. Look at this, what a scrout. Roy's just been tipping it in and they're all sticking their heads under it. Like, you're a mess. Just please don't, please don't, please don't. Stop it, stop it. Oh my God, there's a lot of you. Oh my God. But yeah, they're really stunning. They're really good looking. I will tell you in a few weeks' time what they are like to lamb. What is it about him making noise when I try and make a video? This is all he does. He literally goes, oh look, Charlotte's speaking on a video. Let's make some noise. Ah, there's another one. And then, as if we weren't multicoloured and multi-breed enough, our friend Christopher had 12 sheep to sell, and he said, do you want them? And they were really fairly cheap, to be fair. And we said, aye, all right then. So we have a Ryland over there. Random as hell. Crazy. Look at it. wild as fire, won't come near you. Not the cute little pet I was expecting to be fair. And then a load of these random, Roy says it might be a mashup. I don't know, to be quite honest. You tell me. They're just a bit of a crossbred thing, aren't they? But there's nothing wrong with them. Nothing wrong with them at all. They're healthy. They're a nice size. There's technically nothing wrong with them. So yeah, honestly, we have ended up, from wanting a perfect flock of very uniform sheep, we've ended up with quite a mishmash of things. But I'm not annoyed about it. I'm okay with it, actually. And they're good crack, and I'm really enjoying them. That trailer is our friend Johnny's. I'm so glad he's got it because it's really handy. Thanks, Johnny. This is why, one of the reasons why we put two side by side, just so obviously if you were, the roof would have been lower down here, and you would have only been able to tip that in the middle. Whereas with two side by side, you're able to tip it obviously at both sides. Somebody got back to me yesterday when I asked the question, with exactly that type of muck, what was the way forward? With, for instance, a more regenerative no plough system, how do you go forward spreading muck like that? You know, proper whole muck out of a shed. How do you go forward spreading that? And the answer was fairly simple, and I did know the answer, to be honest, anyway, and it was just a minimum of 6 months composting in exactly this. Hence why we've got two sides. You know, in winter, when all of the implements were sticking on the front of the headstock, they were all freezing on it, and we were struggling an awful lot with changing implements. And that majorly was just due to the fact that it was covered in shit. Rude! See, the literally just throw at me! He knew. I have to get down now in a dignified fashion, not on my ass. When we were younger, me and Kerry, my mate Kerry, we used to be at the stables, right? And we used to do midden jumping as an Olympic sport, to be fair, and we had tiers of it and everything. And basically what we do is, if you know anything about horse middens, not farm middens, horse middens, they go in tiers, and at the stables, when girls are bored, they'd send them down to the midden, and you'd make like giant steps, for instance, with a fork. Really hard work and totally pointless. Anyway, we used to do midden jumping, and we'd see how many somersaults we could get in. And we got back home, and my mum literally made us strip off at the front door, take all our clothes off because we smelled that badly. We thought it was great fun. That is a childhood. You can see, watching Roy try to pile that muck up higher and higher, how he's literally just ramming into the front of the, into the front of the face of it. On the muck front, we're kind of struggling with the bobcat, which is something I never really thought I'd say, to be honest. And that's coming from a die-hard bobcat fan. I mean, like, I'm not even joking. She wears the clothing on. Come on. If I had a hat, I'd have that on as well. I am representing the skid steer massive, obviously. Me and Farmer P. Bit of a session yesterday. Dogs are gonna love me. Oh, tasty. Oh, tasty. You can take it. Did anybody watch Joe Seals' video the other night? Last night, actually. Now, I am a big Joe watcher. And honestly, I watch him every night. So does Roy. We absolutely love him, and he's a really good friend. He's a lovely, lovely lad. Anyway, we couldn't stop laughing. He'd gone to Barnsley, like vehicle auctions, maybe something like that, to get a new wagon. And it was really interesting when he was walking round, looking at like ambulances and all this stuff. Did any of the northern farmers notice the Northern Fallen Stock wagon? Now, I didn't notice it first off. I noticed the kind of, you know, like you get some kind of familiarity with the shape of something. I kind of went, yeah. Roy went, oh my God, look at the number plate. And it literally is NFS, Northern Fallen Stock. So yeah, I just wondered if any other like northern kind of farmers had noticed that. They are like, they work out of Halifax and they go under like the umbrella of the Leo group. I don't know if other areas might have a different name for it, but yeah, NFS on the number plate. So we just thought that was really funny. Just it makes a difference when it's not pulling in your yard and you see it. I think it made me a little bit happy. But if you didn't see it, go and watch it, because it was a good tour. There's all sorts of stuff. I loved it. Who knew that I wanted to buy an ambulance? I didn't know that, but I do now. So this is Tyrrell Brewery. This is our friend's brewery. It's amazing. This is my favourite shelf. The gin shelf. Oh, these are nice. He's got more flavours since last time I came. Rose hip, Cumbrian hedgerow gin, wild blackberry, elderflower and Lakeland honey. We are in the Lake District, you know. Well, nearly. Hello! Oh, I'm such a child. I'm going to make this video because it's not getting made the more I'm talking, and it's getting longer and longer and longer. So I'll see you tomorrow. Love you long time.